Welcome to the Po1podcast. Let me introduce to y'all to a segment known as Power Within You. In this type of segment, I introduce and bring in guests on the show as they discuss their belief and ideas on how to move forward in life based on how today's society is affecting them and how they can handle it, and also conquering activity and not let it consume them. Plus, giving their power tips on their never quit attitude. So come and listen if you need tips to move forward. Let's get started. Mr. Rick Joseph, what's going on, man?
I'm going good, man. Just watching TV. About to get my stuff ready, get my clothes ready soon, and organizing my clothes for work week. The usual stuff.
Okay, so Rick, I brought you this segment to discuss something about power takes. Like, what is your power to move forward, and also how do you deal with anything? Do you deal with anything with failures, or how to overcome it, and also negativity in life? How do you stay positive and share your take on to others that really need it on, stay positive and keep doing them. So my first question is this: how do you stay motivated to keep moving forward?
Well, like I s- well, basically the only thing I can think of is like me. When I was younger. I'm the oldest of four, so at that time, I've been exposed to a lot of things in my life, like domestic violence. Not me, but I witnessed a lot of things that kind of affected my growth. So instead of me, I use TV and stuff like comedy. Back in the day, we used to have Channel 7, like TGIF and all that stuff. So I used to watch Full House. So because I used to look at the character of Danny Tanner, who was played by Bob Saget, who passed away like yesterday, and he was like the main person that look at things positively, no matter what stuff he has overcome. He can follow things with comedy, with making people smile. But that's how he look at things. He give advice the best way he can, like I do it. But the only difference is that I use a couple of zingers. I start becoming like more of a realist, but at the same time, always look at the big picture. So that's how I am. I always am a big person. But as well, recently I was watching the news earlier yesterday or this morning when I was doing laundry. I see people dying, 19 people in the Bronx. So 2022 started becoming a difficult year, like 2021, 2022, since the pandemic came about. So really have to be positive about what we're gonna do, whether it's find a new job or whether new relationships or stuff like that, or for that it won't affect your mental health. Because if you don't think positive within your mental health, you'll be exposed to a lot of things. You get hypersensitivity when it comes to people trying to violate you or trying to disrespect you, whether it's a joke or not. So you always have to think positive and always think of the big picture. So because if you don't think that way, you won't let them take control. You let them take your power. But sometimes when I think positive, when I look at the big picture, they may think that you take the power, but over time, when you see certain stuff, you let you just let them, just move on. You do what you got to do, and all this positive that you get is not gonna. You'll be at the point of life that no matter what negativity to bring you up, you have that positive to keep you up. You know what I'm saying?
No, I feel you. And yeah, Bob Saget was devastated. Hearing about the Bob Saget, aka Danny Tanner, Full House, it was a hit. And I gotta say, this the age of the 20s, like 2020, 21, now 2022. This is like a new era, an era of like toughness. I mean, not I'm not gonna say sadness or anything, but a very
Depression. I would
yeah.
say depression mixed with I would say mostly depression, but also at the same time, I call it I call it baby boom 2.0, because if you remember, like the end of 2019, like around the time Donald Trump got out and Joe Biden came in. I don't want to talk about politics too much. I think everybody was like all the baby boomers left for work and retire. And everybody started getting pregnant. Everybody started getting pregnant in the masses in 2020. And it's harder to find a date now. Like people using online stuff like Tinder and POF and all that. I know I use it too, but I know it's gonna be that high on demand now than it was back then.
Yeah. And honestly, I'm not good in politics too, but Joe Biden and Kamala Harris, I still believe in them, but I just need to know what they're trying to do to, like, fix what's going on in this country. And people are questioning them, and I heard that, like, their staff are not in the same page with them. I don't know you listen to Shaman the God. He kind of interviewed Kamala Harris, and she later go off on him, saying that when Charmaine asked her who's the real president, Joe Biden or some other guy, and we kind of need that toughness from Kamala Harris, because if she's trying to be the next president and all that, she needs to show some real boss attitude instead of, like, hiding around the corner.
Okay, I'm gonna tell you about something about that. Let me go back to Charmaine the God. I'm gonna talk to Charmaine the God through Kamala Harris and all that. I was watching some video when there's a basketball player named Kwame Brown. Kwame Brown came out. You know what I'm talking about. So if you see
I know you're talking about.
Yeah, you seen the YouTube and all that stuff when he was, Kwame Brown did not say anything for 20 years. I consider myself like Kwame Brown, but I don't know his backstory too much. But you know when people like to talk crap about you for like 20 years, and like, you know what? Let me expose him. And that's what he did. Everybody got scared because you have some people who won't snitch. But if you kind of poke a bear too much, you know what happens. And that's what he did. When Charlamagne the guy was roasting Kwame Brown, when I heard Kwame Brown call Charlamagne the God lesser charge, I was like, what the hell that means? So I did a little research on Charlamagne the God. So I'm like, holy shit. And I put myself back in the past and all that. Like, I can't rock with him. But I did saw the video of Charlamagne the God talking to Kamala Harris. I think it was like a week or two ago. I may be wrong, a week or two ago, because apparently they was pretending to have interference and all that stuff. And he did ask the question, who is the president? Is it Joe Biden or Joe Manchin? And she got offended because
Joe Manchin.
Yeah, I know she got offended with the bill because I think we need a new Congress, because you have them old people worried about climate change or whatever, but climate change, whatever, we were focused on that during the pre-pandemic. Right now, in a pandemic, people losing jobs. People can't afford rent. Excuse me. Right now, we have to focus. There's a petition out there that I signed myself. I saw it like, I think, probably 6 or 7 months ago. Actually, about a fourth stimulus check.
Right.
Right now, it's supposed to be up to 3,000 signatures. Now they want 4,500 because a lot of people want that happen because you failed the bill. Everybody wants tax credit. Forget about the tax credit. Just get a stimulus check. You're gonna shut some restaurant down because they're not making money. They don't have enough operating costs to keep the store going, which forces them to go out of business. So that's why I don't take Kamala Harris seriously. And Ice Cube himself, when it was the 2020 election, Ice Cube said to him, Ice Cube went to Donald Trump. Ice Cube said to him, listen, we need to do something with the black community. Whatever the point with the black community. He said, okay, no problem. Donald Trump was willing to work with Ice Cube. Joe Biden said, we let you know.
Joe Biden say that?
Okay. There's a time Ice Cube was for the black people. That's when everybody thought Ice Cube was cool and all that, because he tried to go to the Democratic Party and the Republican Party about what should we do about the black people. Because when nowadays, everybody got, basically every religion and every race got right except for black people. Ice Cube said, listen, let me talk to the president, or let me talk to the president or the president-elect, whatever. And at the time, we didn't know who was going to become president. Donald Trump, he talked to Donald Trump. Donald Trump said, okay, as soon as I get reelected, we talk, they make a little schedule. However, when it came to Biden, Ice Cube said, Joe, there's a situation. We need to talk about the black people. We need to know what should we do with this onward. Then Joe Biden said, "We let you know what's gonna happen."
I see. Damn, Rick,
Like what?
you know your politics in it. I thought you said
Yeah, yeah, because I've been watching YouTube. I have
you've been watching the
YouTube.
news and then everything was going on. I see
Yeah,
and I see you trying to put your word out, man. And that's what I respect. But listen, and that's what I want. That's why I brought you on the segment just to show and hear the listeners out how you want to speak your mind out and what the problems
yeah,
going on in society, and
yeah.
also you're not scared. You're not scared on how you react to what's going on.
Yeah, man.
Yeah,
Yeah, next you know, when I heard what Joe Biden. Next you know, I voted for Joe Biden. Then I got really mad because somebody showed me there's a video. There's a YouTuber showed a video of Joe Biden. What happened? I think it was like when he was part of the when he was a senator.
yeah.
I think they call it black people super predators and all that, involving in one of those crime bills. So I really got offended. But I didn't watch it all the way, but I really heard what he said about super predators. And next you know, they played the video. And everybody's worried about Donald Trump, not looking at the big picture. I was once told, trust the devil that you know versus the devil that you don't know.
I'm mad to look at that video more. Hey Rick,
Yeah.
I want to ask you another question. Because I think we may have went a little off topic, but that's fine.
Yeah, but you was asking about politics, so I kind of, I do.
No. It's fine. It's fine. You share your knowledge, and I'll learn from it, and other people will. Yeah.
Before you continue, I'm sorry, Fern, but before you continue that topic, before we continue that topic, you said about Kamala Harris, right?
Yes.
Look at the interview of Judge Joe Brown and what he said about Kamala Harris. You'll be shocked.
I'll look.
You'll be shocked.
I will definitely look into that, man. I will definitely look into.
I'm not gonna say too much because you know how people are, but there's a video how Judge Joe Brown. It was Judge Joe Brown with Kwame Brown was interviewing Judge Joe Brown, and he was talking about Joe Biden. He was talking about Kamala Harris. He was talking about the crime bill. And trust me, when I watched that, it's like an hour-long video. If you watch it, I guarantee you'll be crazy. But some people have it in snippets. So just type in Judge Joe Brown, Kamala Harris. You'll see what he's talking about. Through when Judge Joe Brown talks to other YouTubers about Kamala Harris, how she used to be back in the day, and you'll be shocked. And about Joe Biden.
Okay.
That's it. I'm gonna move on to the next question. Sorry, I just wanna drop that out there for all the people who don't know who Judge Joe Brown is. So.
Trust me, a lot of people will know who Joe Brown is. I mean, if you're born in the 90s and grew up in childhood, we definitely had no cable at the time. So, and
I know.
Yeah.
We haven't seen Judge Joe Brown ever since. We haven't seen Judge Joe Brown ever.
Ever since.
We haven't seen Judge Joe Mathis, but.
Ever since we switched to cable, that's why we didn't hear from him.
Yeah, go ahead.
Let's see. I want to tell you something. You as a person, I know that for a fact that you're bright and you show people that that you're strong-willing and you're outspoken. But have you ever been into a dark place before? And what's your way of finding the light towards it?
Okay. Wow.
It's a deep question.
I've been to many dark places, man.
How you overcome it? That's what I want to know.
I'm laughing about it because when somebody asks you that, some people get highly offended and all that and get all angry. But me, I just laugh about it because it's like memory. It's like over time you laugh at things. It gets funny though. I think there's two of them. I'm gonna go from past to recent. When I was younger, I used to live with my folks. I used to you have some people, I understand when you're a single mother and stuff like that. I kind of understand now that you have to move on and stuff like that. But at that time when you're about 12, 11, like around adolescent time, and you see your mom come with different men and stuff like that, it kind of messes you up because you feel like you're being replaced. You feel like you're the man of her life or whatever, like whatever aspect we have. Like, they have those baby boy routine, but it came out like that for mine, but it's not like that. because all my aunts were single. So I didn't have that baby boy like stop messing with my aunt, stop messing with my moms. I believe that if a guy, you know, like when you date somebody, you feel the aura. So the aura for me with my uncles and their boyfriends, I felt fine. Like, you know, but because my mom met my stepdad, my straight stepdad, and my straight mother, I felt this aura. I don't like him because he tried. You kind of said he tried to take over and try to run your life. And because of that, I've been in depression before. I seen my father whoop my mother. I seen my father discipline him, but it didn't affect me because I'm not saying it's okay either. But
Greg, I don't want to like.
I'm sorry.
I don't want to go into your personal business. Are you're fine with that?
No, that was like my darkest past because I kind of like when you see certain things in your past, it kind of affect you. When you get the teen, trust me, there's some like I said, I'm open for it. But like I said, that's for all of them because people are in that dark patch. Because you have people here worse, Fern. Trust me. You have females getting molested by their boyfriends and all that. I don't want to go into that, but sometimes that can affect them psychologically, and sometimes that's how they get rid of the dark patch. So when the female talk about more of that, you understand what they had. Sometimes that can be the dark patch, but for us guys, we have that dark patch that we feel like. People should not be like, you know. My main thing is that if you're dating somebody with kids, you have to. No, I'm trying to be off topic. That's what I've been through with my dark past. Like I seen, you know, I didn't trust my stepdad. Like instead of my mom being neutral, saying, you know what, son, what you did to he might be there for the rest of your life, and puppy, I love you, but he's my son. He's a part of us. They call it a package deal. So instead of doing that, we have this mothers now choosing husband over their own son. That's what affects me eternally. That's why I get depressed from 12 over to like 20. I don't go a little bit more into it, but I was just getting a little backstory. So the point of it is that you don't want to know, like, you know, I was trying to get my mom's attention, all that stuff, but when you go around and hear you telling her husband that, oh, I don't believe my son, he's a liar, it affected me psychologically. It made me like depressed.
But how do you?
I feel like it's wasted, you know.
But how do you overcome it? Today's.
I was gonna get to that.
Yeah.
I was gonna say when I was 20, I was gonna fast forward. I was like, when I was 20, when my mother told me get the F out the house, because she had a history of doing that with her sisters and whoever that doesn't go her way. So when she told me that, I said, you know what? Thank you. I left, and then she wanted to come back because I was depressed. It was so bad that I gained 50 pounds, lost 40. Gained 10, lost 20. My weight was up and down. Like, I was so depressed to the point that whenever I go to my cousin's house, I want to stay there for a long period of time because I don't want to go home. That's how depressed I was. But when I overcame it, when I became an adult and I overcame it, I just, like, stay away because that's too much negativity for me. So I overcame it. But I'm not saying, listen, I love my mother, I love my family, my siblings, but if she doesn't get her act together or she just simply take accountability for her actions, and that's what I started doing now. I learned to take accountability. That's why I learned to do it during the work field. I learned to do it with my other relatives and stuff like that. They actually respect me more than when they ever did when I was with my folks. So that's why I overcome it, and I start looking for approval. You know what? I look at it like I don't need the approval to make me happy. As long as I make myself happy and I get out whatever rut I'm in, I do it. But there's some periods I'll go back there, but I like remember that, you know, you work hard, even though it's not what you wanted, but at least it's better than what you was in before. That's what I was gonna say.
No, I could somewhat relate because when you had to deal with family's impression of you, it kind of affects your self-esteem, and I too have struggled with weight problem at times. And
you do?
Yeah, I do. I mean, I'm
sorry, Fran. I never seen. I thought you was naturally skinny. I never, you know, I thought you was. I never know you had that type. I never knew that. I'm sorry, bro.
I mean, listen. You, I look. To be honest with you, I look in shape, but I know I'm not because I got some fat in me, and I had to deal with that all the time, and also every time I'm stressed and something's like bothering me, I kind of consume with food, and around and I told myself from last year till this year that listen, I gotta look after my health because as you get older, the food you like to consume and eat may put you in the hospital and may affect your health permanently. Yeah, and but I also know that I'm not the only one that dealing with this. A lot of people have dealt with this kind of thing, and again I say this, you have to love yourself. You have to understand that if anybody does, if some people or people that you like don't like you back or don't want to hang out with you or respect you, then fuck them.
Pretty much, yeah.
Yeah, fuck them. Just keep doing you. And I want to bring up another question. What is your don't quit attitude in life? Like anytime, yeah, like anytime like you have failed in something or someone and you think that it's not going to work out, but you have the mentality of not quitting. What is that?
I don't know. You just don't care. And not like really, not like, yeah, you care, you don't care anymore. Like, you're at that point. Like, I look at the future, but I look at it a certain way. Like, listen, if I would have God forbid, if I would have got fired within the next couple days, I look at it as, if it's my time for me to leave, it's my time for me to go on. You know what I mean? I'm not gonna go and reduce myself to something that I'm not. I don't want to go put myself in a situation. Yes, I do need money to pay bills and all that, but if I have to make myself uncomfortable to keep my job, I don't think it's the right job for me. You know what I mean? So that's why I don't have that don't quit attitude. And I was like, you know what? I'm very persistent, but there's sometimes being persistent not enough. You have to make sure you have balls. You have to make sure management don't talk to you a certain way. I'm not saying be friendly with management, but be respectful and have like a little mutual respect.
Yeah, I mean, having respect with the manager is fine. To be honest with you, I would like to be friends with the managers. It's just that in the work system, you can't. And it's not their fault. It's just the company that they represent. And if you, let's just say that hey, I'll be late. I'll be taking some time off. And they'll bring in some work rules saying, listen, if you do this and that, I will cut your pay. I'll fire you. And trust me, they're not gonna have your back.
No, I know that. That's why I said mutual. That's why I use the term
mutual respect.
I'm not saying do anything to kiss their ass.
Yeah,
I never do anything like that.
Yeah, I mean when I first started working when I was like 19 or 20, I thought about being, like you had that little motive of be the best of the best and the manager like you and all that. But as you over the years you realize that it's just a job. It's just a job, and they just need workers, and they just kind of like you because of what you're doing, and they put more work on you than you couldn't handle, and you got to tell them straight up, saying, listen, it's not fair. I get more work than the other people that are coming in, even though I've been there longer. Yeah. It's kind of not fair in my end.
Yeah, I understand.
Yeah, because you don't want to stress it. You don't want to stress you out, and honestly, as of right now, I just work at my own pace. I just work. I don't try to impress anybody on how I work, and I or you will get the job done. But don't tell me how to work like how you work. A lot of people work differently, and they could get the job done. I don't want to like be your exact double and do what you're doing. If you do ways then to finish your job work, fine. But let me do my way to get the job done, and trust me, I will get it done on time. And if there's anything I'm struggling with, then I will ask you.
Pretty much.
Yeah. And I know you and I have been working for years, and that's what I respect of you. And I know that you got a lot of questions about being higher up, but you decide on when it's time for you to step up.
That's exactly what I try to tell people, because everybody say that you should be a manager right now. Like, listen, there's some things going on, because it's kind of weird that whatever position that you're going to step up for, people losing mass numbers in it. It don't make sense for me. You know what I mean?
Right.
You want to take the position so they set you up to get fired. I want to be set up. Like, if I take the position, it has to work with me. It has to work with my health. And saying with you, I agree with you. It has to work with my health. Because I'm not gonna take a job that is gonna kill me. I can't do that.
Right. Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like I said, I don't have a problem doing work. I have no problem doing work. I just have an issue of, if I do this, or you're gonna do, because I look at it like people trying to look for somebody to, how do you say, pass the buck? You know what I mean? Like, when you get
Pass the
promoted,
torch or
you do all the
something.
work, next you get stuck something to do.
Right.
Like with me, I'm a type of person. I like to do things at a certain time, because nowadays you have people say, why you didn't get promoted? I've people asking me, you're a nice guy. You're nice. Like I tell people, listen, thank you, but I'm really not a nice guy. I'm a fair guy. I never am a nice guy, because like I tell my associate, I said, listen, listen, if I don't like anything, I want to talk to you privately. But if you don't act like a jerk, I'm gonna disrespect you in front of everybody. Because I believe that if me and you have beef, I want to talk to you privately, because I don't like people in our business.
Mm-hmm.
We handle our business.
Right.
If you don't respect me, you can't get mad that I talk to people loud.
Right.
And you have some people like, oh, why you talk to me like that? I'm like, listen, I gave you an opportunity to talk to you in private. You acting belligerent. When you act belligerent, I'm gonna straight up being loud and disrespect you in a way that you're not like. Regardless, you're old enough to be my mom or whoever. If I want to talk to you privately, it's very important. Sometimes me and you have some hustle, but remember we talk privately and stuff like that. I don't go and disrespect anybody. That's one thing I don't. I don't disrespect anybody. I don't. It's about mutual respect. But what you say is true, Fern. When you're a manager, it's a whole different ballgame. That's what they like. That's what they want to suck up to you. They want leeway, but I don't look at it like that. I look at me as a new opportunity. But there's certain managers you feel like they out to get you and stuff like that. That's why I try not to get promoted too quick. And plus, I'll be honest, I'm about to find me another job, but because of the whole pandemic thing, it's gonna be harder now, because you're gonna have to prove that you took your shots.
You're right about that too. There was one question that I was going to ask you about what you said beforehand, but the pandemic, son, when the first one hit, and we were all in luck, and everybody was shut down, it kind of got me frustrated, because like I understand that health workers, well, even though I am one, but health workers are like the front line heroes. But what about the essentials? People working in grocery store, people who've been cleaning up. Like, where's the respect on that? Because we didn't stay home. We had to deal with a lot of consumers coming in, and the higher ups are like, did not care. They just want their money, and they bring whatever people in, regardless if they have COVID or not. And I know for a fact that we lost 2 people.
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, we lost 2 people. Not talking about job per se, but life per se. We're not gonna say their names, but
yeah, no, I know.
Yeah,
I'm the fact it's 3.
Yeah,
There's two associates and one out of place security, if you know what I mean. Like,
and a manager, yeah. Yeah, and around last year we thought everything going back to normal, but again, there's a lot of ignorant people that don't want to get vaccinated, and now a new variant come around, and the pandemic is surging back up again, and potentially we could be looking at another shutdown. And work and the people and the workers, both health and essential, their life going to be put in at risk. And
Okay.
yeah, but there has to be a balance of fairness. The essential workers, they do their part on respect on getting at the people they need, working at warehouse, working at grocery stores, cleaning up. Where's their value?
That's what I was talking about too. I'm gonna tell yeah. 2020 was like I did not know about the COVID-19, but I thought it was BS. So
I thought it would be BS too. I thought it was like another swine flu thing, but
yeah, that's what I thought too. I thought it was another swine flu or H1N1 all that. I'm like, okay, I'm not gonna take the shot. So at that time, I recently got a new job at a bank. So when I was gonna get my papers ready for orientation, they said that I called them. I was like, "What's going on?" They said that we can't hire anybody because of COVID. Like everything is shutting down. And I did heard about it in the news. You know, like the day or two after, and my cousin was calling me up saying, "Yo, Rick, you should check the news. Everything's closing. Everything's closing up. Like they closed the restaurant, all that." So that's why I like, damn. Because I was gonna work in the bank for like a week. If I like it, I would quit. I would quit my current job, but because I did not quit my current job, I had to suck up and take it. Then I was gonna move everything to plan because, one of my people was gonna put me in the health field, but I can't do health field because I don't know too much about it. Number two, I was once told to stick to what you know, and I know customer service, I know finances, like stuff like that. You know what I mean? Or I could become a man, or I could become a manager, or I could work near me instead of me harassing myself an hour back, an hour go and an hour back for BS. I can just, work closer, or if not, I can just take the subway. If the subway's not working, I can just take the bus to my house. So
right.
Thank God I took my shot. I recently took my booster shot 5 days ago.
How do you feel now, though? Because I know that
the only side effect I feel is my left arm. Like, you know how sometimes you can't scratch that spot, and your left arm. Like sometimes when I grab something, I can't lift. So my left arm was like disabled, so I couldn't move my arm. So I would make sure I get paid for that day, even though I called out. Because most jobs have this thing that if you take the booster shot, you get 3 days. You get 3 days pay. Then if you get exposed with COVID or have COVID, instead of being 2 weeks like it's supposed to be, you get 5 days.
Damn.
They take up 2 weeks. They reach 5 days now.
Right. Hey Rick.
Yes.
Going back what you said. It's like many parts what you said. Mm-hmm. When you brought up about impression, like when you said about people think that you're a nice guy, but you're not. Mm-hmm. That kind of like got me a little bit fed, and also a remembrance, because a lot of people certain people don't know who you really are. Only your family, or your true friends, or let me remind that only the people that matters, that you open up with, that you share and connected, they know you for you. And a lot of time there are people ask me that you're a nice guy, and if I do something a little out of the ordinary, like if I drink, if I smoke, or if I do anything like curse people, I'll say, "Wait, why are you doing that? You're a nice guy. You're not supposed to do that." Excuse me, you don't know me.
It's not about that, Fern. It's more like this.
Yeah.
When people tell me I'm a nice guy, I say I'm not a nice guy. I'm a fair guy.
Right. That's what I like. That's what.
Yeah, you're good.
Yeah, that's what I respect. Like, you never saying I'm being the most perfect Boy Scout, nice person, nor you never say anything about saying, "Oh, I'm a mean, evil guy." No, you're human. You're fair.
Exactly. That's how people. It's always a human trait.
Yeah.
With me. That's what I was gonna say. Like, I believe that who do unto others as others unto you. That's always my MO. That's just me. Like I don't want nobody being. I believe that when I went through my down times, people give me opportunities, and not only that, I take it, and I believe in giving people other opportunities. And at the same time, if I feel something is right, I'll say something. But there's also a passage in the Bible that I always go by. I go by 1 Thessalonians 4:11. Live a quiet life and mind your business. When somebody told me about my business, I felt disrespected. Till my pastor showed me in the Bible where it said that, I'm like, oh crap. He's not being disrespectful. It's just you keep your affairs private, and that's the problem. We keep sharing our affairs too much. You know what I mean? There's a right time to share and a wrong time to. There's a right time to share, and there's a right time to There's a time to play. Basically, there's a time and place for everything. That's what I'm trying to say. It came out wrong, but you know what I mean.
Yeah, Rick, I do apologize. Something kind of turned on my at home with that psh sound.
Oh crap!
Yeah, don't worry about it. I already shut it off. There was like, I don't know, you heard it?
I hear it now.
Okay.
I didn't hear it. My side is fine. I feel it's my Bluetooth again, but I'm not even using my Bluetooth. I'm using the speaker on my phone.
Yeah.
So I thought it was that again. Oh crap!
Yeah. Before we sign out, I just wanted to ask you something. Can you share your thoughts on the people who are like you, or they're trying to find out what they're trying to be, or what they're trying to find in their future run and their success?
I will say this. I'm more biblical now than I was back then, because back then I think the reason why I made a lot of mistakes was, even though I had the quote unquote perfect family, I was missing something. I was missing something spiritually. Something wrong. I think there was something wrong with spiritually. So, as long as you find yourself something spiritually, it could be a religion, it could be something faith based, and stick by it, because I know there'll be some trials and tribulations over time. So when you get successful, whether it's winning the lottery or if you hit the stock and hit big, never forget where you come from. Never, you eat a lot of humble pie, and also give people opportunity who gave you opportunity. And also, if you see somebody who needs help, do the best what you can, but don't overextend yourself.
And overextended how?
Like, some people. Yeah, if you kind of look at the street front, you know how many homeless people you see nowadays. Now than how we are when we was young, like about 15 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
You see how many people down by the air train when I used to take the 25, when I take the 25 and all that. I never see that many people on the air train alone. I never see so many white people don't even want to go downstairs. They just take the elevator from the Long Railroad and go straight down to the subway. And you see people sleep on the subway and all that. And you feel like some people need help, and there's other people who want it, who quote unquote want to help, but they want to get high and don't want to do any shenanigans. Right now is a cold time winter. And I see people when I leave to go to work, I see people hanging out Jamaica Center right by the elevator. It's crazy, with the little sheets and stuff like that.
I don't know if you saw. There was one lady that's been living at the Jamaica by that train station.
Yeah, but if you go by where the elevator is at, across the street from there's Social Security building at the back of it.
Yeah.
There's an elevator right over there, but they refixing the elevator. And it's like, if you go like where the escalator is on that side, you see a lady. You see like a bunch of blankets cover up a lady.
I know what you're talking about. She been there for years, and I don't know. And I'm just amazed at how is it that she's survived that long, and also, it's crazy. I don't know. Does she want help or nobody, or anybody is helping her? I don't know how she was. I hope she wasn't like outside during the pandemic, because I heard that most of the homeless they stayed in not only shelters but into empty motels for the time being.
Yeah, I heard about that. Yeah, I heard about that recently, but they stopped doing that now. So
yeah, I understand. Yeah, I get why they stopped doing it, because they thought since everything was reopening back, but there could be like I said, there could be another pandemic, another shutdown.
Yeah.
And I know that that this time we're trying to be prepared for it.
Mm-hmm.
And I know that most stores, the stores you work at, I know in the weekend that it was like packed, and also on the weekdays, and a lot of stuff is like selling out quickly, especially.
Exactly. I'm just trying to get some pasta, and I see no pasta, no great value stuff.
Yeah, bro.
I can only get the cheap stuff, like you can't because of how the inflation is going up, you can't even get cheap stuff.
Yeah, and
like I can't remember me no cheap soda. The cheap soda used to be like I think it was 60 something cents. Now it's almost $1.
we're in a different time.
I know.
A different era. But all we gotta do is just keep moving forward and just try to find the positive in life, and also just don't let anything that's depressing us like bring us down. Because I know that we lost good people like Betty White. She lived like a very good years. She was this close to 100.
Uh-huh.
And Bob Saget is another part of our childhood.
Of course.
Yeah, and I really hope that.
You know, I'm sorry to throw a front, but some people look at Bill Cosby as the father because he's black. I look at Bob Saget because even though Bob Saget himself is different from Danny Tanner, some people don't know the difference between Bill Cosby, some people don't know the difference between Cliff Huxtable versus Bill Cosby. I've seen Bob Saget before he was Danny Tanner when he was doing stand up. Same thing, but the way how he does it, the delivery is different.
I think it's just a cultural thing, because Bob Saget, like Danny Tanner's like modern TV dad. Bill Cosby, like Cliff Huxtable, is more of the black role models dads that we see on TV, like Uncle Phil, James Avery in Good Times. Who else? Julius and everybody. Chris. What else?
Terry Crews and what's that dude named John Amos?
John Amos, Damian Wayne, like in My Wife and Kids.
Yeah. But like I said, everybody's dying nowadays. Like 2022 kind of sucked. This like the 10th day of this year, so we do not know what this year has in store for us. I mean, even though it's been 10 days right since the year started, we just gotta see. We just gotta see the result on the later months. Will it be good or bad? That's all I got. That's all I can say. Will it be good or bad? But again, Rick, there's one thing I want you to shout out. Your FN1 product. FN1 Productions.
Yeah, is that still going on?
Oh, you mean for me?
Yeah.
You mean 40 Federation?
Yes.
Oh, yeah. I forgot. Oh, I was like FN1. I'm like, what the hell? I'm like, what is? No, okay. The way how my company works, 16. I mean, not 16 years ago. Oh my God, that's like.
Who said 16, bro?
No. 2016. It used to be called Big Three, but since everybody using Big Three, we call it 40 Federation. Mm-hmm. 40 Federation is a 40 Federation is a wrestling group that deals. You try to do something independent for make it black, not like because at the time before there was AEW and all that, that's when Impact was going down. That's when WWE started to lose memory. They're still doing it now, but AEW is rising up. But we try to make our own independent wrestling thing. But now we just trying to change company. We trying to become the 40 brand. Just always focus on the 40 entertainment part, which is like rapping, do parties and all that stuff. We trying to focus on the entertainment aspect. Right now, we have a thing called 40 Gaming now. So 40 Gaming is a little project I've been working on. To do something like stream and all that. Something like up, down, but focus more on us. So we're trying to do everything as much as we can. And 40 Federation is even though I run it, but I'm not running it in terms of rest operation. That's what the 40 president. That's what we have a 40 Federation president, Kensley Brown. He's running all the matches and stuff like that. So if anybody want to try out and do all that stuff like that, talk to contact me. So I give you Kensley's number, and he'll let you he'll let you see, he'll let you try out. But because of this whole pandemic, we try to do everything very carefully. Have like medical, have make sure everybody take their shots or whatever case we have to follow through the requirements for, you know, to get everything done. 40 Gaming is run by Kevin Bailey. Kevin Bailey is the president of 40 Gaming. So we try to make up titles like some like up, down, down, all that stuff like that. We try to add in Nintendo, we try to add in PlayStation, we trying to add in much gaming console at the same time. We might add a little Yu-Gi-Oh because everybody want to talk about Yu-Gi-Oh now. Everybody want to come back to the whole Yu-Gi-Oh thing because the whole booster pack thing is going from how we used to remember fusion rituals, synchro links. Now they're going back to original, how we were like when we was in the 2000s. And now like that, and 40 Entertainment is still me, but all of that is wrapped around the 40 brand. So we're trying to get LLCs and stuff like that, but we gotta take care of our finances right now just to make sure we have enough money to get the LLC and get all the patent rights and all that stuff like that before somebody takes us out. If you have any question about the three entities within the 40 brand, which is 40 Gaming, you can contact me and I'll give you Kevin Bailey's number. That if you want to do anything with gaming or Yu-Gi-Oh or whatever the case may be, or you call me with 40 Entertainment. So if you have any ideas to make anything like video or digital or anything else, you could come talk to me. Or if you want to do wrestling and stuff like that, like trying out, and hopefully we get a women's division, man. We talk to Kensley Brown, so and I give you contact for Kensley Brown's number if you have any contact with me. So if you have any questions, with me, just Facebook me, which is Rick the Prof. Same with Instagram, and I have Snap and TikTok. I barely use it, but if you type in Rick the Prof, you'll find me. You find me on any social networking.
Not that I'm very much interested, and I can help you doing like behind the scene work. I do video editing and other stuff, but we'll
We got YouTube channels, but we haven't put much on there ever since the pandemic, because the pandemic is kind of slowing down our thing. So right now, I give Kensley full control of the federation, while I focus on the project 40 Gaming and 40 Entertainment. So the federation, we trying to I let Kensley handle it because he has wrestling experience. So I trust him with doing that, even though we talk our own stuff because that's how we do. But in reality, I trust Kensley making money. That's why we gotta make money, because we don't want to work at the same job. We have to become independent, make our own thing, because now it's not about getting rich now, it's about generational wealth. So we can pass it to our kids and stuff like that.
Gotcha. And we're gonna talk more about like on the side. But Rick,
no problem.
But Rick, thank you so much. Thank you so much for being part of this segment of Power of One, and I just hope that and I hope that this pandemic does not, change like you as a person. You are a very outspoken person, and you do what you have to do just to be you, and just stay lively, stay well, and stay blessed. All right.
All right, you too. Thank you, Frank. Thank you.
You're welcome. Thank you for listening to the Power of One podcast. And give out the shout out to my guests to share their belief of power to push to new heights and beyond. If you want to share your special power to motivate others, hit me up on social media, powerofones.com. If you want to be a guest on this show, let your word bring inspiration towards those that are in need of guidance. God bless. Godspeed. And remember, always keep moving forward.